And welcome to Savage Gamer. On today's show, it's that time again, guys, for another of my picks for the top 10 hidden gems on the PlayStation 4. Been a little while, guys. I know it's been over a month, but I had to acquire a few games and work and things like that. But don't worry, I don't forget about you guys. I have another great lineup of 10 games that I think you guys really need to pick up. I want to thank all of my subscribers. We're at 250 right now and climbing, so thank you all so much. We'll hopefully continue to grow this channel. My Patreon's in the link down below if you want to help support me and help me keep getting these hidden gems and better equipment and all that fun stuff. And my Twitch channel will be linked down below as well. Hopefully be streaming soon again on that. That was fun. Thanks again to Momo for that last stream. That was a lot of fun. But without further ado, guys, this is another list. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get it started. Number 10, we have the Sexy Brutale. This is a really unique, I would call it like a puzzle with a little light RPG elements, but that really like a puzzle story-driven game. You have to basically save all the guests that are trapped in the hotel in a certain time frame, but you're in a loop like a Groundhog Day, so it continues over and over again. And the whole goal of the game is to get everyone out alive and solve the mystery. It's a really unique, cool art style and game. The story is a lot of fun. It's definitely one that's under the radar. I think it only got physically released at GameStop. But right now, if you can find it, it's only like $20 or less. Finding it, though, might be a little bit difficult. It's starting to become a little more obscure. But it's definitely a sleeper hit. It's a lot of fun, especially for like the old school graphics and things like that. I'll definitely give this one a pick up. You get about 8 to 10 hours of gameplay out of it, and for like $20, definitely worth it. Number 9, we have Code Realize, Banquet of Rainbows. This is a visual novel game. I don't know if any of you guys have ever played games like this, but it's really popular in Japan. Basically, think of it as like the Telltale games and games where you make decisions and things like that, but it's really more of you just watch it, make a few decisions, and see how the story plays out. It's on here for two reasons, to be honest. This is both the games actually are on this one, which is really cool. These were on the Vita originally, I believe. Very popular in Japan. And the story is really fun. And I would say definitely for, like, girls that are huge fans of anime and love, like, shoujo manga and things like that would really enjoy this game. The story is really cute. It's a love story, obviously. But it's a really good game, especially if you're into these types of games. Now, this is not for everybody. I need to preface that. This is not for everybody. But I enjoyed it for what it was. But more importantly, this game is pretty rare. It really only got very limited releases at GameStop. Very low quantities produced in general. From a collector standpoint and adding to your collection, this is going to be a little bit harder game to find down the road. And right now you can get it new for like $20 if you can find it. So I'd highly recommend adding it to your collection if you're a collector, and if you're into shoujo manga and you really like story-driven games, this is definitely worth a go for like $20. Number 8, we have the Pillars of the Earth. It's a really cool point-and-click adventure game. You guys know how I love my old-school point-and-click adventure games. It's a very long game. Has a lot of, basically, chapters you can download. There's, like, so many chapters on the disc, and then you download the rest of the chapters. But it's a lot of fun. The art style is very unique, which I thought was really cool. Well under the radar. I don't think a lot of people have played this or picked it up. But if you are a fan of point-and-click adventure games, some of the ones like I've shown like on my previous videos and things like that, you definitely would enjoy this one. Definitely worth picking up. And right now you can get it used around $15. So definitely worth adding to anyone who loves point-and-click adventure games. And furthermore, not a lot of copies again. So definitely for your collection as well. At number 7, we have Velocity 2X. This is a really cool top-down shooter and also side-scroller action platformer. It's a lot of fun. Very like old-school design, but frantic gameplay. A lot of fun. Can't recommend this enough for anyone who loves like shmups or anything like that. This is fantastic. For $30, you would be doing yourself a disservice not to play this game. This is a definite add to your collection.
Can I be honest for a moment? I'm beginning to suspect that I may have been too cavalier in my approach. In fact, I'm certain I have. I'm aware that some of these procedures are a little experimental in nature. If I'm being truthful, I don't know how this process will affect you. Yet surely it's right to sacrifice a few for the majority. Let's both plan for the worst and hope for the best.
Number 6, we have Ether. This is a really cool, I guess, puzzle walking simulator, if you will, in a lot of ways. Really story-driven. This is a really interesting game. The one thing I'll say about this, it's pretty hard to find. You don't find this in the wild at all. And that's the only thing. Is it was a GameStop exclusive at the time of release, but... Or not really GameStop exclusive, but I really only ever saw it at GameStop. But it's kind of fallen out of the face of the planet at this point. eBay or Amazon might be your best bet to track down a physical copy of this. But it's a really cool game with a lot of unique stories and gameplay. I mean, loosely, because it's really more of a walking simulator. But it does have a little puzzle elements in with it. But it's really cool. I digress. It's definitely worth picking up. And speaking of walking simulators, next up is another controversial walking simulator.
The Fall. It's the last thing I remember. Memories tear apart my soul, consumed by the endlessly burning fire. Light causes pain, and darkness brings solace. Her shine shrouds other memories. She is the answer, the road that I must follow.
She's speaking to us. It's an honor.
She helped to create this place. That's why everybody thinks that she knows how to leave it. The Red Goddess. My goddess.
People who give me entertainment. Let blood lead you, and I'll return you to the world of the living. Appreciate the possibilities that I have given you. Having these creatures under control gives so much joy.
Number 5, we have Agony. Now, hold up there, guys. I know this game has gotten some flack on different reviews and things like that. But I've played through it, and I will say this. Yes, it is a walking simulator, and yes, it has some tedious stealth mechanics that you can't avoid. But man, visually, as a survival horror fan, this game is fucked up. This game is awesome. And that's the only thing I can say. Like, if you love survival horror games, this is awesome. And I think this is going to be a definite hidden gem down the road on PS4. I think when people look back, much like quite a few other games I can remember on the GameCube era, and I'll give you an example. Billy Hatcher on the GameCube era actually got subpar reviews back in the day, but now is considered like a hidden gem and a good classic game on the GameCube. And I think this is going to be another one of those situations on the PS4. This game is really cool. Yes, it has some tedious things you have to do in it, but man, visually, this game is stunning. And from the gameplay standpoint, it's okay, but the story is really cool. And the survival horror fan in me loves it. So if you love survival horror, give this one a go. You can get it for around $20 right now. And I think from a collector's standpoint, this is definitely something that should be added. At number 4, we have The Persistence. This is a really cool stealth horror game on the PlayStation VR. Just came out recently, but it's a lot of fun. It's if you like Alien Isolation, you're really going to enjoy this game. It's a lot of stealth. You have to hide from enemies, but you can also fight them. But for the VR, is just a crown gem for like survival horrors. I find in general the VR has some of the best horror games coming out because it will scare the crap out of you, and that's what you want out of a survival horror game. $30, brand new. Add this to your collection.
People of England, the devil walks in our midst. He sneaks around in his little room. He instructs the angry, the weak-willed, the poor, and the lazy on the best methods to steal from our most productive, our most industrious leaders. Ignore him. Don't watch the little show he's putting on.
Welcome to the Banquet.
Number 3, we have Volume. This is a really cool stealth action game that released on PlayStation 4 and the Vita. The physical release only got a release on limited run games, so this is an extremely hard game to find as per all their games. But this is a really cool game. Reminds me kind of like Metal Gear Solid, the original game, in some aspects, but then at the same time has puzzle elements and things like that. The story's really awesome. I don't want to spoil anything, but definitely a fun story to be had on this game. It does include a VR mode as well, so if you have a VR headset, there's a bonus material on there as well. But hard to find. It's going to go up over time, so yeah, just like any limited run games. Go ahead and pick this one up.
Your time has come at last, dear reader. But this story is not yours alone. No, it is tied to another.
The dark wood falls before me, with broken bough and blackened leaf. I stand where trees meet with the sky, and in the stillness find you by. When all the paths are overgrown, and evening falls with crimson glow, into the forest I will fly, and in its shadow find you by.
Your bond with Quill grows strong, and the journey you take together could change the fate of both our worlds. Shall we begin?
Number 2, we have Moss. Now, this right here is surprisingly probably one of, if not the best, PlayStation VR games out there, bar none. This is an amazing game, and this is a must-own if you own the PlayStation VR. This is so much fun. The story is amazing on it. Gameplay-wise, you're basically instructing him what to do, and you gotta look around and do different cool stuff. There's puzzle elements and action. But this is just an all-out amazing game. Criminal shame that it ain't sold as well as it has, but review-wise, you can already read some of the reviews. It's gotten like 9 out of 10s, almost perfect 10s. This is a must-own on the VR, and a must-own in your collection.
More and more androids show signs of deviancy. There are millions in circulation. If they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous.
My name is Kara. This is where it all began. The world's forge. And it will all end.
You do the housework, the washing, you cook the meals, and you take care of Alice.
My name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife. The company has allocated a specialized model to assist investigators.
My name is Marcus. Just like you, I was a slave.
Thank you, Marcus.
Then I chose to open my eyes, to take back my freedom, and decide who I wanted to be. Now I have come to tell you that you can be your own masters. I've come to tell you that you don't have to obey them anymore.
Get away! Fight Jericho!
I know someone who can help you.
Pull the trigger. How do I know you are not a deviant?
They are not machines!
I could take you there.
Storyteller! Go! See this!
My name is Kara.
My name is Connor.
My name is Marcus.
This is ours.
At number 1, I had no other choice. And I know this game is not really that much of a hidden gem, but holy crap, this isn't the best game I played in 2018. This is probably one of my favorite story-driven games of all time. I was at the edge of my seat from beginning to end during this game, and there are points to where I was legitimately at tears and could not stand the thought of certain characters dying. And this is a masterpiece, in my opinion, from a story-driven standpoint in games like this, like Heavy Rain, and games like, you know how much I love Life is Strange, which is one of my other favorites. This is a must-play. If you own a PS4, you need to play this. Like, I ain't saying you got to buy it right now. I know some people don't want to spend $60 on a story-driven game. That's fine. Get it cheaper. Play this game. This game is absolutely amazing, and I can't say enough about it, and I can't say anything about the story because I'll just spoil it, and that's a part of the fun of it. It's definitely worth adding to your collection. You need to own it, and if it doesn't sell enough, it's a criminal shame because it's amazing. That's my top 10 list today, guys. Again, sorry about the delay. Just busy with life and things like that. I know I need to get on a better schedule of getting things out, but I do have a Nintendo Switch Hidden Gems list coming up soon. I got a couple more games I got to pick up for it, but it'll be out shortly. Man, that game system's doing great right now, by the way. Other than that, I actually may start doing a few like Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profiles on here as well, because I have a few decks I've been working on, and I'm getting ready for tournaments and things like that. But don't worry, the video game stuff's never going to stop, so don't worry about that at all. But again, if you guys like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and like, because that always helps out. Leave any comments on things down below, any questions, any things like that. Other than that, I want to thank you guys for your patience. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't worry, there's always more to come. Until next time, guys, take care.